as we continue with this conspiracy, I really am impressed with everybody that kept this a secret for so long. I think it's a testament not only to you, but the friends that this lady has. And so as we continue, John Moore, would you come and do your part?
Only two. Well, Linda, I tell you what, when you were the city manager, I don't know if this council chambers was this hot. We're going to have to be looking at coming back, maybe. You'd think after working with somebody for 38 years, you would remember everything, and I do remember a lot, but when I saw the list of accomplishments, I said, I'll never get all those done if I don't have a list. So I want to make sure that on this day, we certainly honor and recognize Linda. But it was my pleasure when they asked me to make the opening remarks. Certainly after working with Linda for 38 years, it's an honor and a privilege to do that. Hopefully today I'll be short in the heat, but I want to mix a couple of stories in with some of her accomplishments, and hopefully that will be the right formula for this occasion. But let me start where it all began, in 1977. Now, Linda usually tells this story, but it's my turn to tell it today. She already knows what's going to be. Believe it or not, I surprisingly found myself working for the city of Anderson in 1977. And this was after I earned, for you guys, I earned my MBA from the University of South Carolina. Yes, I said it. So I did wear my purple socks today. I tried to do the best I could with no orange. And so I was here, and we had a job opening. And my administrative assistant comes in and says, there's a call from Linda McConnell. I said, well, I'll take that. So sure enough, I pick up the phone, and I said hello, and that was as far as I got. And Linda launched in to all of her accolades and accomplishments to get this job. What she started out, though, was not John. It was, Mr. Moore, this is Linda McConnell, and I'm a native of Anderson like I didn't know. So after a few minutes, I just covered the thing up because I was snickering to no, I couldn't contain myself. So just get Mr. Moore this and Mr. Moore that. And I just let her go. She finally gave out a breath. So I got my chance. And so I said, Linda, this is John Moore, the same John Moore that went to Hannah and grew up in Anderson, to know her. So I tell that story. She tells it a lot. And that's really how we became a team 38 years ago. And so over that time, I think we have been a good team. I think probably that time embarrassed her a little bit, but again, we've gone on to do a lot of things. And even today, and after we've retired, as we come back, we talk about the seeds that the mayors and councils that we got to work with and be a part of, the seeds. It's so cool to come downtown or go other places and see those seeds that we began with a long time ago. So, you know, if you remember those days, if you ever drove through downtown, which you probably didn't because there wasn't anything but empty storefronts, think about that. In 1977, that's what downtown looked like. Now think about today, and when you come in today, you got Carolina Rim Park, surrounded by a number of private businesses, including great places to eat. We all like to come and eat. Tons of private development investment. You also look and there's things that are near to Dr. Thompson's heart, Church Street Heritage Project, that I know Linda's fingerprints are all over. The Whitner Street Garage, the Economic Development Center, the new City Hall, the new municipal business center, the new recreation complex, and tons of green spaces and parks, you know, decorated with local art. And those are all have Linda's fingerprints on them. So, and not only were accomplishments visible, you know, physically, which you could see out on the streets and all, but she did a great job of partnering with a lot of people, a lot of private folks, and a lot of private other organizations like TBA, Anderson Heritage, the Anderson Arts Center, and tons more to make Anderson what it is. Then she went on, and you know, not only today will we recognize her, but she's also was recognized many times during her career. And one of the most prestigious honors I saw for a lady, or a woman in business, was the Athena Award that the Chamber of Commerce bestowed upon Linda. A couple others I mentioned, the Paul Harris Fellow by the Rotary. Not only did she serve the city, She served the United Way as their chairperson. I call chairwoman. She had chairman on your bio, but chairwoman. And she was also the chairwoman for the Anderson County Development Partnership. So as you look at those things, I mean, I know Linda, she sacrificed a lot for her family, and she always had their support, and we appreciated the council. We had a great council to work with that always had Linda in our backs. But you know, when you work with somebody for 38 years, you learn all kind of stuff about them. And Linda always had things. You know, we made a pretty good team. I thought myself sometimes, you go back, I said, I probably could have gotten Harvard if I'd had her verbal score on the SAT in my math. But it just didn't come out that way. So we exercised those two options with her journalism skills and my financial skills, and hopefully did the city proud. So, but she taught me one thing, and I just want to share with you today, because I still use it today. You know, as you go through business of city government, you can't make everybody happy. We knew that a long time ago. And you're going to have some missteps along the way. One of the ones she told me, I forgot what it was, I don't remember the issue because there were a lot of them, but she sat there and said, don't forget the 3 A's. I didn't know what she was even talking about. I said, what are you talking about? 3 A's, and I never have forgotten this. Admit, apologize, and advance. So when you made an error in government, you admitted it, you apologized, you moved on. And I still use those today. I pass them on to my kids and soon my grandkids, because it's something we can all use in this world today. But today's award is really, all the ones we mentioned today is icing on the cake for Linda. And this award today is bestowed on the person that makes major contributions statewide to their community and to their professional of great significance. So today I'd like to ask Ann Thayer, and I think Brian White from our delegation, I hope I don't miss anybody when I do names, if they would come and make this presentation.
Vanna couldn't be here, so I'm helping out. Cousins.
This is Brian slash, this has got to be shorter. This is going to be Brian slash Vanna White. You want to come up here maybe on the other side of Vanna? And first of all, I just want to say that I know he won't take credit for any of this, but Johnny Tucker was a tremendous help. He came to me with this, and he helped me with everything, and he's not one of those guys who likes to take credit, but I just want to say thank you, Johnny. I certainly appreciate it.
Team effort.
Well, you led the way, and I appreciate it. So a lot of times when Representative White and I have to do things, we have to do a lot of resolutions and a lot of awards, and a lot of times we have to get letters of recommendation. And that's really hard. You'll call folks up and they'll say they'll do it, and 3 weeks past the deadline, you're still calling them and say, could you please get that letter in? And when we called on Linda's behalf, I think you'll attest to this, everyone was wanting to do it. And within a week, I had every single letter, which is just like unheard of. And usually the letters are generic, Linda McConnell graduated from USC, and she's married to them, and they have one child, and she goes to First Pres, and those kind of things. But these letters of recommendation weren't anything like that. And when I read through them, I was touched. And so if I could, I would like to read a couple of excerpts from the letters, because they were so beautifully written, and I think that it speaks to the person that you are and why we're here today. So anyway, I've got to have the glasses. We're going to start with John Moore. So in addition to all the things that he's already said, this is what John wrote. Linda was the most dedicated person to public service, and her service made a difference that is visible and tangible today. Her role in the community is unsurpassed. A visit to anywhere in Anderson will reveal her many accomplishments. Dean Woods sent in, Linda has been very generous with her resources, as well as her time in supporting numerous charitable organizations. Linda and her family have a named charitable fund at Foothills Community Foundation, along with a private family foundation. She has made a difference in the lives of many citizens in our state. Richard Shirley had to say, Linda was named the first female division head for the city. Not one advancement or improvement to the municipality came to fruition without her fingerprints on the finished product. She has represented her hometown, her state, and her family with a stellar performance as a trailblazer and community leader. Bill Manson said, Linda brings professionalism and energy to making Anderson a better place to live. Her fingerprints and expertise are everywhere in the positive journey we have experienced in this town. And lastly, Mayor Roberts said, equally comfortable interacting with citizens, employees, politicians, and business leaders. She helped design and deliver many of the things that define us the best. I watched in awe of her broad skill set as she brought not only shrewd judgment and intellect to the process of governing, but also the all too rare quality of kindness. We could fill notebooks with bold infrastructure projects and innovative civic initiatives that were realized through Linda's leadership and strength of will. You know, when I read these, they were all written with love, respect, and admiration. And you are a very, very accomplished woman. And we're getting ready to add to her list of accomplishments. And what you're getting ready to receive in 40 years, only 3,500 people have ever received this award. You're going to join the ranks of singer James Brown and author Pat Conroy. And so on behalf of Governor Henry McMaster, the state of South Carolina, the Anderson delegation, and the citizens of this state, we are pleased to present you with the very highest civilian honor in the state of South Carolina, which gratefully recognizes a person's lifetime achievements and contributions to our state. Linda McConnell, you are what makes our state great, and we're proud to present you with the Order of the Palmetto.
Man, what a surprise, and what a delight, and how wonderful it is to see all your faces out there. And I know you're going to get the air conditioning fixed. Thank goodness for that. Y'all can keep the best secret in the world. I just can't even imagine. And y'all, I can't believe y'all. And Mayor, you're right. I might never believe you again when you ask me for a favor. All I can really say is this is, besides being a surprise, this is the icing on the cake. And I can truly say that working here was, I wouldn't have done it for 41 years if I hadn't enjoyed it. And if I hadn't enjoyed the people that I worked with and the projects that we generated the seeds of all together and then began to see things really take shape. I mean, it truly is a team effort, and I am grateful for every one of you and for all of the years that I spent here. And I'm still proud of the city of Anderson, always. So, yay!
Surprise! Surprise!
Well, thank you all very much, and thanks for braving the heat and keeping it secret. Jeez.
All right, there's no air, so I think that this has concluded the ceremony. The secret's out, the conspiracy's over, and thank everybody for coming.